A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Fire on these two. Fire on these two. Check right, check right.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
21. And middle.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Nice 7.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Monday.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 26, check 26.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Yellow. Hey, Fente.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm trying to collect.
Mike 40, check. He's coming.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times do we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 24, Stafford looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You go tight. You got Fente.
Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. comes now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 35 on second down, Stafford looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Right hand.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Brings up second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
80 weapon.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
We got double up, double up. Hey, give me radar.
Shoot, watch the shoot.
Hey, go, hit that.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go, let's do it.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
24 is the mic.
Hey, Haywood.
On first and 10, Stafford. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Zero. 61. Max box. Right. Real right. 22. Hurry.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Hardman, the 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.33 40, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Hey, 50. Hey, Charlie. Let's go. Come on, man.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow, yellow. On the line, right? You gonna get this boy?
On first down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Riblin, Riblin.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, 50.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
32.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Stafford on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Room here to run. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Hey, 57, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the Lions' 38-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the right side with McCoy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Attack, attack!
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4.
10th carry now for McCoy. They find some open field here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start here with Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Zebra!
Check, crouch.
On 2nd and 2, Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
10.
Watch the curl. He's crashing.
Pilot, 64, weak. Big 20.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Past the 20. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford completes it to Davis. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Rush in.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check the outs, check the out.
Hey, Alpha.
24 is the mic.
You ain't got nothing.
Hey. 24 is the mic. Here we
Come on, Mahar, ready to move.
Here's Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reggie Ragland, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the... This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, 57, 57.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount